stalked, had stalked, or known anyone that has been stalked. Typically, the term stalker has been used very loosely. Whenever you go onto somebody's Facebook, Instagram, or maybe even Twitter account, just look at their information. However, though, that has not been the case for our friend Kyle, as he has been stalked and he's feared for his life in such a case. He's a decent kid, I guess. Tried to be nice to people, kept up good grades and whatnot. So, let's hear a story, shall we? March 5th, 2011. Why am I still scared?
It's been almost a decade, and I'm still afraid she's out there planning something. I don't know what, but all I know is that it's going to be something bad. It has to be, the way she's been over these years. She must be planning to hurt me in some way, or worse. It all started in 7th grade at Hawking Middle School. My English class was about to start projects, and we were being put with partners. My teacher put me with Kiara. Honestly, she was pretty ugly, but I was nice to her like everyone else I meet. After working with her for a while, I continued to be nice to her a little more, considering she was constantly bullied. We became friends later, and after a while, she said she loved me.
I love you.
I just assumed that all girls said that to their friends, so I ignored it. But then it started to get really weird.
I meant it when I said I loved you. Will you be my boyfriend?
I'm sorry, there's someone else I like. After that, she started talking bad about every other girl at school, especially the really good-looking girls. I guess this was an effort to try to make me somehow fall for her. It of course never worked, but just annoyed me and made me start to hate her. I went to tell the teacher, but she just laughed rather rudely about it. I went to sit back down and try not to talk to her again. She eventually learned that I had a crush on Miley Cyrus from Hannah Montana. I know it's a bit weird that I watch it, but I still liked it. After she learned about this, she would start making references to the show. First I thought it was funny, but it soon started to scare me. She was able to make herself sound exactly like Miley and started to act like her too. I stopped watching the show after that. After ignoring her for a while, things got worse. After that, she would just stare at me the entire class. I didn't want to notice, but it really started to scare me.
That's it, Kiara. I want you up front now. I'm done with you staring. Get out.
Luckily, she never returned to class. I didn't really notice her again for a couple of months, but eventually she showed up again, this time on Facebook to attempt to talk to me. I blocked her, but she kept making new accounts and messaging me. After I stopped responding, she finally quit too. She would then come up to me between classes and take pictures of me in a hallway with a disposable camera. This got so annoying that I told the vice principal about it. They apparently tested her or something and put her in a mental institute. The vice principal called my parents to explain what had happened. While he was telling them about what was happening, he kept using the word disturbing to describe the events. It wasn't just a few times either. He used it almost every other sentence.
That's when I realized the situation was worse than I thought.
I don't know about you, but I'm kind of freaked out by this. Can I sit with you?
Yeah, I guess you need some protection.
Well, you guys look all comfortable. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Fast forwarding about 3 years, I was a sophomore in high school now.
I hadn't heard or seen from Kiara since the 7th grade. I had almost forgotten her. I was still on Facebook at the time and started talking to this girl on there. I didn't really like the way she acted, but she looked pretty and I kind of liked her. I told her I was going to hang out with a friend one night and asked if she wanted to come too. She said she wouldn't be able to go. I was a little disappointed, but not really. I went over to my friend's house, and after a while, we noticed somebody across the street. We didn't pay much attention to it at first, but after a while, they were still there when we looked back. They were looking into the window, then down at their hands. They just kept staring at it. We eventually went to tell my friend's dad. By that time, whoever was out there was gone. The next morning, we went to investigate and see if we could figure out who it was. All we found was a piece of paper with "We'll be together one way or another" written in what looked like marker. First I was confused, but after flipping it over I was shocked and terrified. It was a picture of me that I had no memory of. It was of me in a hallway back in 7th grade. That's when I knew it was Kiara. When I got home, I looked further into that girl's Facebook. I suspected it was really Kiara. After about an hour of looking, I couldn't find anything weird about it. The page had many pictures, posts, and conversations with friends of hers. I then went to check out her friends' profiles. That's where I found my proof that it was really her. The friends' profiles were only active when having conversations with the other girls or Kiara's accounts. I know it's you, Kiara. You can stop the act.
I won't hide from you. We're meant to be. I love you, and I will find you.
If you don't quit everything, I'm calling the cops. This all happened about a decade ago. I still worry about her turning up. I can't even imagine what she's planning.
And when she will blow up. On March 6, 2012, a man by the name of Kyle Stahl was killed in the parking lot of a mall by knife wounds to the chest and throat. He seemed to have responded to an offer on Craigslist for a large knife, and it is believed that the knife was was the murder weapon. A note was found on scene that read, "I'm sorry I can't come with you yet. I'd like all of your family to join us." The murder has killed five or more victims. 5 or more. 2 were victims' parents, and the other 3 were all cousins of the victim. Identity of the killer remains unknown. Investigators found the journal at the victim's house. They found information leading to a suspect. Her name is Kiara Higgins. She is now on the watch list and must be detained as soon as possible. If threatened, shoot on sight. The police finally tracked her down and chased her into the forest. Actually, it happens to be this very forest we're in right now. Police lost her, but continued the search. The next day, more cops came, only to find the first squad's body scattered throughout the forest. No sign of Kiara after a year. She was pronounced dead. Some say her ghost haunts these woods, waiting for anyone who may have relations to Kyle. Others say she's gone completely insane, seeing Kyle in everyone's faces and killing them to avoid seeing that man who haunts her.
All good theories. For horror stories. See, after I killed all Kyle's family, I discovered I just loved to kill. You're the first one to fight back. I just might let you live.
Oh.
Breaking news from the James County Police Department. A group of teenagers were reported missing after never returning home from a camping trip last weekend. One boy has been identified. A 16-year-old named Terry Malcolm was found unconscious in his vehicle on the side of the road. His face was mildly burned and he suffered what authorities presumed was a knife wound. He was pronounced dead on scene. The police department informed us that all of the victims have been found in various areas of the Pike Forest. They all suffered fatal knife wounds. The killer remains unknown, and no evidence was left on scene. The James County Police Department urges citizens to remain out of the forest until further notice. This has been Liz Michael with Channel 72 News. Stay safe out there.
I am writing with a big pen. Yay!
Oh my god! Breaking news from James County Police Department. A group of teenagers were reporting missing.
That's nice.
No motion locking.
I'm not actually getting out right now. So.
You can. You're not gonna hit
I know,
me.
but it just takes too much effort.
Well, put it in your hoodie pocket.
Fine.
Because you have to get it out somehow. Sit down.
I'm glad I recorded this.
What?
Ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure you're ready?
I'm born ready.
Because we're recording right now, I think.
Go.
Awkward pause.
And you grab the log, right? And
Under my feet.
so you gotta.
Yeah,
put
I
that in
have
fire
to be
a
in a
second.
little more.
How long can I hold this position?
Let's
Put myself up with one leg.
So you gotta get up a lot faster.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's like an.
Do you know anyone that's been stalked? Okay.
Go.
Oh, wait.
Pictures of me, and it's just weird.
Am I supposed to go now?
Have you ever had a stalker? Had stalked?
Go.
Have you? Wow. Have you ever had a stalk? Oh, okay, never mind. I read that wrong. Have you ever had a stalker stalked anyone or no?
What? Or no
Yeah.
Do you need to go somewhere by yourself and practice without us staring at you?
Maybe.
Make a phone call. Hello, Mr. Vandelay. I have Mr. Stahl here. This is disturbing because this girl keeps following him and it's very disturbing. We're just very disturbed because of all this disturbing things that are going on.
I know it's you, Kiara. You can stop the act. Fuck!
Alex!
What? What?